Hello, welcome back to FACEIT TV here for the North American qualifiers for the FACEIT League. I'm here with James. I'm DDK. You can see this on the screen, which is great. And we're going to go into the match very shortly. Map number 2 between Boreal and eLevate. And, of course, already Alish, I believe I'm saying that correctly now. Thank you for correcting me on Twitter. Is obviously doing quite well. And he has a StarCraft background, which is pretty cool. So nice to see the crossover there into CS. Obviously, CS is growing quite a lot. And
I had a tweet
about
him as well.
All right.
It says, Alish plays at the equivalent of 10 sensitivity at 400 DPI. I don't know how he managed to get any kills, let alone 38. That's quite funny.
Can I rant? Can I get into the rant?
Rant.
All right.
You see, this guy's beyond posh. He's so posh, he doesn't pronounce words properly.
Hey.
That's how posh he is. He's beyond English.
Well, I got the pistol, so I guess I can't make I can't rant.
Yes.
James, I can't go for a rant.
I would love to have a rant right now. Give me a moment to rant about this topic.
If it was not for this pistol,
I have something I must get off my chest.
Alright, so here we go.
Figuratively speaking, not literally.
Thanks for the clarification there. Alright, we got the pistol coming in, and a bit of a banana play coming in from eLevate, just with Roca looking for the entries here. And he does actually push back Boreal, so that's really nice. They're going to be able to sit on this for a while now, as Boreal don't really know what's going on, and they have to split 2 to a site.
But sitting on it figuratively,
not literally, no. no.
Of course, this is a virtual world after all, Dan. Big presence in banana. Not a literal banana, Dan. From eLevate, you see the bomb is still there, while we have 2 players just keeping their options open in this area.
That's a big area there.
It's a big area indeed.
They got all the big areas.
Oh, look how far Russia's got. This is a passive play here from Boreal with a one-man disadvantage. Romulus is the one getting tagged, and he's one with the kit as well.
Oh, no. Rush takes both down by himself. They had great positions. In fact, they had the correct positions pretty much there. So
the guy hasn't gone to get the kit.
Yep. It's okay, because he's the guy. He's not the bossy, but he's the guy. So he should still be relatively hardcore here. Let's have a look. See if we can get some kills going on for him. He does able. What the hell? Can't speak English.
He does able.
He does. He gone done able.
He does able. Oh, this is a rant. He shot the poulet, Dan. He shot the poulet.
That's just a French word for chicken.
He shot the poulet. Yes, but we have lots of French words in the English language.
I know, because the French dominated us for so long, and they inserted many words into our language. They made us speak French.
They dominate. I'm not even going to just question the sentence you just said.
That's probably for the best.
Okay, so Boreal they started on the CT side. However, they have lost a pistol. And is this a snowball that will turn into an avalanche? That is the question.
I hope not. I mean, again, their positioning was pretty good. There's multiple ways to do it, but that was completely good on the 2v1 there, when they had a 2-2 situation because they lost one guy. Like having a pit guy and a balcony guy, that's great in theory, but they couldn't hit the shots, and Rush just killed 2 of them. This was essentially the story of the previous map as well. We didn't get to see Boreal really playing the CT side because they lost so many rounds on the C, but equally, the story is that the individual skill of eLevate has just been trumping any tactics that Boreal throw at eLevate. So that seems to be the issue here.
Boreal have stacked the B site, and only the guy will be here to defend A, and he will fall.
The guy has fallen.
But look at the slow rotate. There's only shogaN heading up towards the B site at the moment. The rest of the team holding formation more or less. Rush looks to clean them up, clean them out. Bleach the evidence away. Okay, so numbers sitting here for the CT side. Romulus was in a position to potentially steal a frag there, but then he died. So EpoK saving his armor, as you can see there, and the 5-7. Pubstar with not much to lose. So they get that Galil spray down, and EpoK will survive.
Not much to lose, but his life. Is life meaningless and valueless to you, James? I think the answer is probably yes. So EpoK at least saves his pistol armor. And They are going to be going for one more save and to get their the big guns going, the big buy that will be in the following round. And very curious to see how they're going to set up for that. What, if they're going to have an AWPer, where the AWPer is going to play from, how dynamic he's going to be, all these kinds of things. Definitely this map. Oh, they're going to go for a quick mid push. They want to end it fast here in this round. And they're pushing Banana, pushing everything, trying to sandwich those players.
It's working. It's working.
It is working indeed, but there is the 2-on-2 right now. shogaN has a Galil. And the Galil is going to go down. And we're left with the guy. Look at his avatar. What is that?
I was trying not to look at it because it's disgusting.
I don't know what it is.
It's not bring light to it anymore.
Dude, the guy's face. The face of the guy.
I don't want to look at it.
You have no choice.
I have a choice. A little bit. It's still on the left, but never mind.
Alright, so now we get the buy here from Boreal. So who's going to be the AWPer for the team?
Well, they don't have enough money to buy open armor, that's for sure.
No, but they can glass cannon it, man.
There was one player who had, I think, like $900 less than the rest of the team. And if he was on a par with the other ones, I think he may have been able to drop one. Okay, Pinky so coming up here for Xp3.
It's a standard setup from them, basically. And they have 5 nades, 5 flashes, sorry, 5 smokes. There we go, they got 5 smokes. And that's the most important thing.
They being which team?
Boreal.
The CTs.
Yes. So they have the standard setup. They got a little bit of presence from the guy in apartments just to quickly check it out. And EpoK is there on the balcony. So the guy, once he sees contact, it'd be nice for him to fall back here. Because at the moment, because Romulus was a little bit far behind, it looks like he's coming back up now. So he can support, but he gets taken down by the entry power of Xp3. Gets a second. Like clockwork, you can see the timing's a little bit staggered there on the peaks, allowing Xp3 to clean one-on-ones with the AWP entries. And that is significant now as the site is breached. EpoK has to defend. He already got tagged down to 13 health. And he's got lots of players gunning for him right now. He needs to support very quickly. He has the cavalry. They have arrived on the site. Another great shot there from Xp3. On point with the AWP with 3 in that round. And they are looking very strong against Boreal.
Yeah, Boreal looking completely outclassed at the moment. I think these are 2 different levels of teams we're looking at here. And I think you gotta I can't see eLevate losing, put it that way. I cannot see them losing.
It would be pretty weird, considering that fundamentally there's just a big skill difference, and that's really the issue.
Yeah, they are exploiting Boreal like diamond miners, Dan.
Is it the diamond miners, or is it the guys who hire the diamond miners? It's deeper than you think, James. The corruption goes deeper than you think. Here we go.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore.
Well, don't say anything then.
Look at this advancement here from roca. I mean, it is an eco, of course, but this almost happened the previous round as well. There were no smokes. I guess they were banking on nades coming in. Excuse me. I guess they were banking on nades coming in from the CT side, from the T side first, but they never did. Very, very careful advance here from eLevate. Look at his teammate coming round.
They're just hungry for the frags. Yeah, I mean, roca showed a good clearing in that instance. This is why often, like, for example, if you are trying to figure out how to set up defensive positions on the site, like for example, be on banana here, be on banana, the B site, let's just go with that. Then what you need to do is you have to understand how a team most efficiently has to clear all the angles as a team. Because obviously there's lots of left-right angles, and so that's what you got to think about there. And obviously we saw roca, the way that he actually approached that clearing dilemma. So he went to pull first of all, so that he could get an angles on first oranges and second oranges and then quad. And then of course after he cleared that, he needs someone to be able to look at coils for him whilst he's clearing those, and then he can get further in the site, and someone else and him can suddenly get the back right of the site. So you can see how this works out, and you can play against this as CTs, but understanding how they're supposed to clear the site, you can then adjust your positions and the timings. But anyway,
it's happening.
Opening kill from the guy, and this is of course the round that James gets us stuck on the smoke. James, just can't help yourself. Volvo, please. Volvo, please. But at the moment, eLevate, as we can see on the minimap, are actually moving up for a mid push into that A. You have already Kills coming in for Boreal here, looking pretty good. Romulus, EpoK, and the guy with one each. All on Rush now. Has shown some great entrying so far, and from what we have seen it, I wouldn't put this past him at the moment. So 1 on 4, able to get the first kill. Some good spray control there from Rush. Working that recoil, gets taken down from behind though. Pubstar coming in, timely push. And there you go, Boreal pick up a round on CT, and perhaps they can get some more strong together. But eLevate have been winning some rounds so cleanly that they have quite a bit of money left over. So it's going to be a while till they are on the eco.
Yeah, 5-1 up on the T side of Inferno. I don't think they are remotely concerned at the moment. Let's see the guy. He is rolling with the AWP for the CT side. And he's going to get a shot off, but it's going to not hit anything. He will move to a different position. So Xp3 still going to dominate mid area with that AWP for the time being at least. And we still don't have any smokes on B from the CTs. Just looking to try and get a fast pick off. And now they take a more passive position. Finally the first smoke coming out here for the CTs. And that will start to slow things down here for the T side. Romulus is playing in the quad area with the guy on the opposing side. EpoK playing apps from pits. So very passive play from Boreal, not much information finding here. No,
just keeping it very, very vanilla. And eLevate are doing just the same as well, because they know that they don't have to go to anything complicated to actually take these players down. It's, again, more about just using their skill to overcome them instead, because that's where they have the biggest edge here. Strategy always is going to help, but at the moment, as soon as the smokes run out, you can see there's no third smoke from anywhere or full smoke. So there's problems now as eLevate rush into the bomb site. Boreal could not hold them at bay any longer, and they spill into that B site. Around the fountain they go as roca picks up the frag onto shogaN. Pubstar finds himself through construction, but smoked off. There's some good spam. He does take down the bomber though. That's excellent work from him. As it's a 3 on 4 now. eLevate trying to save this. In comes the AWP of Xp3. Misses the first shot. Gets nailed in the side of the head by Romulus. All of a sudden it's down to Rush. Gets 3 frags really fast there. But he will get taken down by EpoK in the end. So the bomb, the defuse, it will come in. Just about. Just barely. But you can see how powerful, how crazy Rush is at the moment. That quick 3 kill, almost turning the round on its head. But Boreal getting themselves back in the game.
And now it's roca's time to shine. 12 and 2 here for the T side. And you can see how expensive that round was for Boreal. Only one person surviving. It's going to be 2 FAMASs coming out. Not much money in the bank. So again, if they lose any of these rounds with collateral damage like that, they are going to be straight back on that eco. And with eLevate having 5 rounds already on the T side, they need to win pretty much every other round now.
There we go. James tempting fate once more. Coming off of the grenade really fast. I can see your anxiety, your paranoia getting stuck inside the smoke. And so that's some good smokes here on the front, on the side. We don't see this super commonly. There is the counter smoke there from Boreal. It was a very close one, but they rushed through that, and they are going to sustain only 1 loss here in roca. And the rest of this team's teammates actually holding behind the smoke, which is very interesting. They could have just gone through, but they didn't. Actually holding banana still, and there is a player here for eLevate over towards the apps as well, as the bomb is going to rotate and switch up the play. Xp3 with a pick onto the guy as he tries to work out what the hell's going on over at banana, but EpoK going to have to fall back now. They know that the 2 terrorists are swiftly approaching that A bomb site. As Romulus hides in the site, these are nice positions here. 2 on 3 here for eLevate. There goes Romulus with the peek, and that's both frags coming in from EpoK as well as Romulus, and there you go. Boreal with a 3rd round. And still 1 buy left on eLevate, but they're running out of cash now. So 1 more for Boreal, and they get the eco. They actually could get in this game.
Indeed. Saw some interesting tactics from eLevate there on the B site, smoking off the front of the site. Often when people do that, they're either smoking off the front of the site and smoking off the truck and just running straight into ruins, or they're smoking off the front of the site and planting in that smoke and not actually taking the site. But neither happened there. Did see the rotation from the CTs coming into CT spawn, AWP stopping that flank into ruins, should it have come. You can see these peaks again from the CT side. Probably saw a leash there, a bit of a shoulder peek. All the action is going to be over to the B bomb site. See, there is almost a full rotation coming in from the CTs. Maybe full now as they've completely lost the site. Indeed, it's going to be EpoK going down mid. He'll be a late arrival. Nice smoke there. Perfect timing from the T side. And it's going to push the CTs all the way out And you can see EpoK's just had to slow down there as the retake seems impossible, as 5 Ts have made it onto B, which is not something you see every day.
This really sucks for Boreal in the sense that eLevate were, if they lost this round, the result would have been an eco. And of course that would have put Boreal into essentially 5 rounds to the 5 of eLevate, and with a significant economical advantage and a lot of momentum in the match. But instead, eLevate fight back at just the right moment, keep themselves away from that eco, and now they can retake control of the match. All they have to do is win 1 round, and Boreal are completely screwed again. And we're going to see that if they do win the one more round, it's probably going to go to, it could potentially go to like 10-5 or 12-3, something like that. So really significant round win there from eLevate.
Okay, looking at the money remaining from the CT as well. Let's just hope that they can get something done this round and get themselves back into this game. Again, the engagement not going to go in their favour. Still not smoking off Banana early enough. Looks like they don't want to run out of smokes. But this is the result of that. Bomb site falls again. We have the guy. He is in ruins with the AWP. We'll get a frag after getting tagged. Down 73. Assistance is on the way in the name of Romulus. Bomb isn't down just yet. Indeed, there it goes. So, 4 versus 3. And Boreal, I do feel, really needs to get at least 1 smoke down. Pretty quickly onto the B bomb site.
So gonna be blocked by that smoke, and it's seemingly forever. As the spam comes in, and that's gonna be the guy dying right next to Romulus. That's a sad tale for them. As eLevate pick up another round. They do save 2 weapons so far though, so at least that they have that going for them. But it doesn't look like they are having much luck at all. Any players in particular impressing you apart from Elijah on eLevate? Because I know who I'm going to say.
It's all happening so fast. But the thing is, at the moment, I'm paying more attention to Boreal. Like they need to smoke. They need to smoke 1 of these places on Banana. Because they're just leaving it wide open. The guys, you know, so many rounds they've just been walking straight into the site, or they've just been waiting for the CTs to peek. Because if they don't smoke it, then they're going to have to peek at some point. I
think a good reference point is actually the way NIP played Banana. In the last LAN we saw, that was really, really, really good. You can copy a lot there. The way Freiberg and Get Right set themselves up, it is simple. The guy they're going to take a pick onto Rocket, that is the key.
That's a good start.
That's a cue to actually drop a smoke down as well, typically, or go for a flash peek with the guy with the rifle to see if they've given up the ghost, to see if you can get the latest timing on a smoke possible. That's what you want.
That's exactly what they've done.
That's good. Now if they smoke it down, that would be perfect.
Ooh, question is, yeah.
There we go.
I was going to say, is he going for the gun? But if they can smoke it,
beautiful.
Then it doesn't matter so much.
Now they can just leave 1 guy here. That would be probably the best thing to do at the moment, especially considering one of them is an AWPer. So rotate the AWPer around, and keep 1 guy on the B site here, and make sure you're strong against this A push, because they know that Banana was clear, and that a play, if it's made, it should be made in the next 20 seconds or so. And there go the smokes. So now they know for sure. They got 4 players on point here on the site. This is actually perfectly done by Boreal so far in this round. They just have to hit the shots now. They just have to play well with each other's angles. And already, EpoK takes down Elige. And there is a frag through the smoke here. This is absolute carnage. Boreal locking down the bomb site with probably the best round that we've seen them play, at least on Inferno so far.
Yeah, the one benefit they had from not smoking Banana and being passive on B all those rounds was that angle peak that the Ts were completely unprepared for, and it stopped them from even pushing Banana whatsoever for the remainder of that round. So that the previous plays have worked to their advantage, but I think they're going to have to shore things up a bit more now. On that side, going to see the nades coming in, and then they will retreat back to a different position. So this is a situation where the guy can hold this angle with the AWP, and his teammate can hold a flashbang.
Or a smoke.
Or a Molotov. Although I'd prefer a flashbang.
Or a smoke.
And there goes the Molotov straight away, and he re-picks and gets a great frag on Xp3 as well. That's 446 damage to the face.
The interesting thing about that, but let's talk about that later. We've got an entry coming in from Storm onto A. Oh my goodness! Oh
penetration
my god! Oh, he gets 2.
That's unfortunate.
That is very brutal.
Put the smokes down, boys.
So yeah, so I want to make a point about smokes, because as you said, it does actually seem kind of clear that they don't put as much emphasis on them as Storm looks like. He's going to get a frag. No. It's like Romulus. Oh, sorry, no, not Romulus, but shogaN will get that. But yeah, the point of the smokes is to delay the Ts as much as possible, to force them into a really horrible spot. So if and they've actually been in spots where they can throw really late smokes, but they're not doing it. They're putting more emphasis on getting kills with the orb, which is risky, as we can see. It's really risky because if you fail, then boom, the site's open and your mate's going to probably die, and that is a much worse situation than just delaying them and forcing them to make like a harder play, forcing them to maybe run through smoke, allowing maybe teammates to find information out on A, allowing a rotation potentially. You know, stuff like this. There's lots more options for you as CTs if you delay them a lot. However, we see very gratuitous peeking on the B side of things and a lack of smokes. So let's see if Boreal can pick up any more rounds here, because right now they got a bit of a fast push on the B site. And
down mid as well.
There you go, able to get some quick frags on the surprise and just scooping up the guns. A bit of a cleanup there, and we'll have to see if now they can hold on to these forward positions, because look at this, the bomber is down actually closer to T-spawn behind the haystacks there, and in comes Rush from second mid, try to clean a path through for the bomb to actually make its way onto a site. They have loads of time to work with too, so they can really slow this down and force Boreal to split up massively, which they have.
shogaN will have an audio cue. He does have armor as well, which is very important here, especially as he's going up against a player. He's just running onto the site, not really checking anything here, just going all the way in. He's kind of looked at him twice almost there, but finally got the frag. And 1v1 as his teammates can rotate. That's going to be a nice nade. Oh, it's going to get out there in time.
Dived. That was an awesome dive there.
What if the rotate happens?
And he goes, he can go to banana. This is smart. Yeah, that's really smart. All right, does he have any nades left? He hasn't. He's got a smoke as well. That is beautiful. So now we can see that he should actually be. EpoK should actually just try to get really close to the smoke, and then if he hears a plant, he can run through it and go for the frag. He's a little bit too slow though for that play, but that's okay. He's got his teammate cycling around. He can take this slowly now. And shogaN turning up for the retake. EpoK and shogaN just have to work out where Xp3 is. It's very likely his position, as they have clear construction and banana. They know he's on the site somewhere, but which angle, which side? He gets a quick one-on-one, and he's... Oh, no, he doesn't. Not quite. EpoK with 2 HP.
No kit. I think he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Just about.
All right, another round for Boreal, so they get 5 on CT. They're looking much better than they were on the previous map. And unfortunately, it might... If eLevate can keep up the skill, they do look very likely to win this. And that means we wouldn't see the third map overpass with the new changes. And I guess the new changes aren't insanely significant, but still, it's always nice to see changes.
For the sake of this match, I think there'd be a random element, since they were made like an hour ago. So I don't think we're missing much in that regard.
That's a good point, yeah. So here we go. Again, a standard setup from Boreal.
It's interesting that shogaN peeked. Normally you see people bounce a flashbang off the roof in that situation and then have a peek in mid, but he's just openly peeking mid anyway.
Yeah, with no nasal support.
Yeah, they just don't seem to really care about throwing any grenades.
I mean, what that shows is a lack of respect for your opponents. And the thing is that behaviors like this can be formed because the opposition that you're playing is not necessarily good enough to exploit what you're doing. And you will never see a Swedish player in a top-level match not flash over for himself, no matter how old the peak is, unless he's got someone to flash for him, something like that, because he respects that he can get instantly killed if someone's on the angle.
Yeah, but this is North America is a territory which is known for these strong aimers as well. So it's an interesting.
There's a principle that I like to talk about, but we'll hold the horses there just for a moment, as we do see 3 versus 4 situation, 3 versus 3, 2 versus 3 now. That's 3. Numbers are hard.
Just say we're in a situation.
We have a situation right here. We have a situation. Xp3 going to be sweeping around the back there, finding the flank on Pubstar, and that is going to help this massively now, as EpoK is on a 1-on-3 situation, and he's going to go down. But the point that I was going to make is, I wanted to make a video for this for a while, but I've been away for so long, it's been difficult. But I wanted to make a video on the principle of making plays safe, because CS fundamentally has risks in every single play that you do. There is always an element of risk. There's always a risk factor. So you want to think about risk management and how to mitigate the damage of the risk by making it safe somehow. And that's something you can do with that. The example is a flash over the top, basically, in middle, when you want to peek middle. $200 investment to make the play safe.
He had the flashes as well. He was holding the flashes. He had 2.
So here we go. It's a bit of a crossfire. One of the players is forced back. That means Romulus is a little bit alone. He's going to fall back as well after the kill. That's a good play there. roca going to be sweeping in now for a frag. Able to mow down the guy as Xp3 and the following teammates are going to be deciding that it's going to be a B play here for eLevate after the quick entry. We've got Popstar at the back there. Nice position for him. He's going to have to come out huge though. Liege is closing in on his position. Popstar, if he does get a peek very quickly. Oh, this is very smart. Look at that. They're going to spot the player now. He's going to pick up a kill though, Popstar, but would have wanted an extra one. But in the madness, we do see shogaN taking down Xp3, who had his sights set on the bomb site. It's a good distraction coming in.
Storm has the smoke at least. That's important.
Flash over the top as well.
Oh, he's thrown it already.
Got to make sure this bomb is picked up there. There it is. He has 100 health left. Make his way onto the grill, and he's gonna just go for it. This is brave, but he hasn't got really the time to mess around. Does get the plant, and in goes the frags. That's 2 quick ones. Does get taken down from poolside though, and there you go, another round for Boreal. But it's a lot of these rounds are going to the last man here. Yeah,
and again they don't. Well, there's a kit actually right here, which hopefully he'll go and pick up. Oh no, it's the last round. It doesn't matter. Ignore everything I was about to say. So Boreal, at least they got 6 rounds onto the board because that was a catastrophic start for them. But you know, there's some semblance of a recovery there.
Yeah, no, they had some good rounds, absolutely. The interesting thing to note is that I would take away from this is 2 things mostly. One is actually 3 things. Like because we can compare this to European Counter-Strike, so it's like quite interesting the comparisons and the things that you notice. But grenades. Use of grenades, trying to focus more on delaying the Ts as opposed to trying to frag them initially before the smokes have worn off. Okay, I forgot the other 2 things.
I found the lack of grenades on B just bizarre.
It's very disturbing
because it's like the A and ABC, right?
Yeah, it's very important. However, we got the fast push coming up. Banana from the Ts. Boreal going to make their way up for the quick entries, and the Glock train is always going to be very effective no matter what in the pistol rounds. As we all set the bomb down very cozily on the grill, and we do have the retake coming in now. So Storm trying to take control of construction, an important area here to formulate this retake. But actually 2 players in there, so they're going to actually circumvent that. They're going straight for the player that's isolated at the back of the site. Rush going to intercept EpoK, who's coming around for the stop there, and Boreal able to pick up the last couple of frags on Pubstar as they secure the first round of the second half and go 7-9. So that's going to be nice for them. The other thing that I was going to pick up on was the lack of AWP and dynamic AWPing, because the unpredictable AWPer, having 3 on banana sometimes for timing, that is another play you can do on A with it as well, and defending boiler, pushing apartments, pushing banana with it. So many ways to use it. That's also a very, very big advantage of the CTs that can be used, but we didn't see it from them. Third thing I was going to say is differentiating their setups, because they had always the same setups.
I feel like the pistol round was the easy round for Boreal, and this one is a hard one because eLevate have done a force fire. You can see roca there with Kevlar and a Nova. Now, rushing a site when it's pistol versus pistol is one thing, but trying to breach a site in good time as well when you're up against armor 5.7s, P250s, Novas, that is another quest entirely. Let's look at where that Nova is playing up close and personal. I'm just going to wait for that smoke to finish.
This is where we saw MBK get three kills with the big popper pump very recently. That was glorious. So just waiting out the smoke at the moment.
Waiting for tonight. Sorry.
Big popper pump coming into play, only with 1 frag though, as Boreal enter the bomb site with not much trouble at the moment. There is a very nicely placed smoke on CT to cover CT spawn and also to cover construction. That's going to get the bomb down. However, they're all stuck on the site, which is okay on this bomb site in particular.
That's a good smoke from the guy. It was the only smoke they had left with 3 people in ruins. He threw it towards ruins, which will make eLevate's approach a bit of a funnel. Look at the tags though.
Yeah, I think he dinked them from the range.
Yeah, I think they may go for the save here.
Oh wow, Storm gets one on the back pedal.
Ooh, Xp3 surviving with all of 3 HP, so that's really important. 4 of them managing to save their armor. All the guys with helmets as well. roca didn't have a helmet in that round. That will give them another opportunity, another crack at the whip in this round. Get lots of armor on all these players. You can see they're all around 90, so that's good. If they were kind of sub 40, then it might make a difference in the round, but no need to worry about that for now. So roca going for the Deg, no armor. Only one to fall in the previous round. We have a surge in banana. Xp3 trying not to be baited. You can see they're trying to bait the grenades out from the CTs, but he will hold on to that smoke for the time being. 2 smokes on the CT side. You see there is a boost at the back. See if you can find a player. Roca's going to be there as well. Goes for the engagement, but not going to go in his favour. Now, CTs are still spread out though, which is not in their favour. The smoke finally comes out for the CTs on banana. You can see it there. So all the nades have been thrown, apart from the 2 flashes and grenade on the Liege. Rush, fallen to a smoke frag. This round looking actually quite clean for Boreal now. And there's an open A site for them to plant as well.
Yeah, not bad at all. Very methodical play. And it looks like they might just get a very clean anti-eco here. Xp3 looking for that exit. If you can pick up a rifle, that'd be so sick. But he does get taken down by EpoK. And 9-9 is the score as things go tied, but eLevate are buying their grenades, their weapons, their armors, everything that they want. They got the Batman utility belt there, and you're going to have to see if they can hold on to this defense now. It's going to be interesting to see how their approach turns out, but the Liege actually opting for a Deagle, interestingly, very interestingly, to see if he can use this to some effect, because it's definitely the weak point of this buy of eLevate. And at the moment, it looks like they're keeping it very simple. He spots a bunch of players on mid, smokes it. And that's going to delay them. Rush on quad roof. Very nice.
You can see Liege went for a timing pick in mid there, which makes reasonable sense. The pick we were talking about previously was a very slow walk into mid, which made less sense than that one. And again, we have a... Well, this buy from eLevate is actually quite lacking in terms of what they have to play with. Roca, though, does have 1 smoke. You can see it there. Does actually throw it, so that's a good start on it on the CT side of eLevate. Things very slow. Not a lot happening at the moment. Let's have a look at what the T's are doing in the apps. They're all just waiting to see if CT's going to have a poke into boiler or poke from the balcony area. Meanwhile, the nades start to come in. Could be a fake actually, because there's only 1 person pushing. You can see the pop flash off the barrels there from roca. Not going to land on him, but he's going to just find a frag anyway. And the player Liege is coming back onto watch. Seems they sensed that it was an A take after all. That's the bomb, and that's going to be the round. EpoK, only one remaining. Manages to take 1 player with him, but it's the one without a rifle. So minimal damage done to eLevate, and a very good hold.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if they can break this now. I mean, they took it out so slowly, and once again, you know, we saw eLevate able to read what was happening, and they dealt with it well. Of course, their skill is definitely going to come into play as a big edge, but there's a Liege on an M4, fancy drop from a teammate, and are they going to peek into middle here? There is a bit of a deep smoke attempt here on banana. They have the incendiaries trying to contest banana. They're flooding out now as the smoke and the incendiaries, the close and the deep one, are going to force them back. So it's a good attempt there to block off the T's control of the banana area. And you can see grenades coming back in from Boreal to try to deal some extra damage here. But I would like to see them be tenacious with this. I would like to see them not give up banana too easily against eLevate. And eLevate also, they may well just rotate back with 1 guy completely. They've
got another smoke as well. This is the kind of thing that was just completely lacking on the Boreal side anywhere. You can see where the smoke is here. We pointed it out earlier. Smoke it here, smoke it there, smoke it here. Just any of these 3 would have been a great help to Boreal's CT side.
They tried to just keep it the same every single round. Very predictable. But Boreal, I like that they're just waiting here and they're going to go through the smoke. This is really smart. Again, we can see that roca might just get abused here because the smoke was dissipating. He was the only guy there and he held close. So if he dies, now they go into the site. He can't delay them long enough. And now they're just going to get plant instantly. So Come back to that in a moment as Xp3 is looking through the angle. Going to go straight for the smoke. This is really smart now. Finds the planter. Oh, he doesn't get the kill. I don't believe it. Storm is able to work his way around from CT now, but he's got 4 players to try to take down. This is going to be quite a heroic effort if he's able to accomplish even a couple of frags, but it's not going to happen with the smoke down there. But yeah, the key thing is that roca, when the smoke was dissipating and he's alone, when you're in that spot, you have your idea is to spot and get onto the bomb site and then delay with flashes or something. Just delay them like a few seconds, because you know they're rushing. You make the call. There's going to be one guy that can come and help. We saw how close it was. There, we saw the who was it that pushed the site through the smoke? Was it Rush or?
I'm not entirely sure.
But basically, if that guy had had an extra couple of seconds, he would have been able to help massively. Either way, 10-10 now the score as Boreal take that round. And eLevate with a really bad situation on the monies.
Yeah, indeed. That was a good decision actually from Boreal. Yeah. Again, it's a situation where when you have all those continuous smoke, eventually there's probably going to be only one CT, because your theory is that you're forced to go to A. However, they refused, got that frag, and then got the bomb site fairly quickly afterwards. And there's the second smoke that we pointed out on the radar, so nice to see that eLevate are in agreement here, but Lee's just going a bit too far on the A side. Again, this is an eco from eLevate, so often you see them kind of fishing for information, trying to pick up that extra rifle somewhere. That is a place though where you can throw a pop flash actually, which may have got him a free kill. roca looking. Oh, look at that smoke from a teammate. Great timing there. That was thrown, I think, from Arch on the A site. roca looking to see if anyone's going to boost up, try and get a connection. Last time he lost the duel, but they're going to push straight onto site. There's a good first frag from him. Trying to get a second one. Not going to peek out again just yet. Going to hope his Xp3 runs distraction. Then in he's going to come with a second frag. And it's 2 versus 2 with Storm still with an M4 and armor.
Bomb's actually down as well. They've got to go collect that to get the plant happening. So that was a really nice Diggle play. Really nice using his teammate to help him out. And EpoK going to take down Rush. And look at that. Storm hits the ground. Looks very painful. But Boreal do weather the retake and they survive. eLevate obviously in that round didn't have grenades because they were saving more or less. And now they have their buy. However, you can see that lack of smokes can really be a problem here. Even for the team that seems to be better on the skill. Just because they can't... I mean, it's hard to... I mean, 1-on-5s, 2-on-5s is difficult. So, you know, for anyone. Okay, maybe not like private, but anyway. We have the banana take coming in here. And not looking so good as the grenades were there already from eLevate. We can see that they like to favor this. They like those double... This is the old IBA power thing that they've popularized quite a long time ago. The deep Molotov, the closer Molotov, and the smoke behind it. Take banana, and we can see that Boreal was suffering in the face of these grenades. The guy though still with control of banana. However, they have a man disadvantage here at the moment. So eLevate are looking quite good. They've got a player towards CT spawn just to be able to rotate quickly. However, a smoke is going to come in if they do push this. And there is Romulus lining up the smoke.
I think Elise should start to run towards the B site as soon as he sees these grenades come in, otherwise the rotation is going to be quite a long one. Is he going to see them from that angle? Yeah, he said something, and in comes the run straight over to the Ruins. He needs to get there as soon as possible to support his teammate Xp3, but Ruins has been smoked off as well. Oh, he just goes for the wrong opponent there, and Elige is going to make the retake a lot harder for his team. Again, trying to stop the plant there, and now it's going to be a 3 versus 2. Got a crossfire though, but Romulus still has one more smoke to throw out for this T side. So this is not going to be easy by any means. And there it is, once again. That just makes the retake so much more difficult for the team, but 2 versus 2 now. They don't have a kit, however. So, oh, that's going to put an end to the round, indeed. And I do wonder, is it worth eLevate just trying to wait for the... Well, firstly, I didn't like Elige's position, because if the push is going to come in, obviously he's positioning himself so he can rotate quickly. The problem is, if the smokes come in for B, then his teammate, there's a fair chance of him dying before he can get there to help him.
Yeah, this is why in a previous round when we saw Boreal on the CT side, I already said that I loved how they played the 2-2 split situation, because they didn't do that. They had 2 on the B side and they had 2 in pit. So that's like 2 very committed spots, but then you avoid the isolation of one-man situation. And that's exactly the reason that I liked
Yeah, and it's really bad on the B side, I feel, because there's less cover than, say, if you have someone playing pit.
Yeah, B is so much easier to isolate players. It depends, of course, on the player, because some teams have players that are really, really good at defenses like that. Like, you know, your Neo, your Freibergs, and so on and so forth. But there is no Neo and Freiberg on either of these teams at the moment, so you got to, you know, work within your limits to get the best on the most consistent plays. And the pistols coming in from eLevate as they do struggle on the money. Boreal look like they have a solid, really solid shot at closing out this this match here. That is.
It was almost a whale.
A whale is a shape. Here we go, Rush. Oh, the snap with the CZ takes 2 down with him. That's a good movement there from Rush. Might just give his teammates a chance. The bomb going to go down. Ooh, that is.
eLevate just keeps engaging on his own while his teammates are still rotating. Bit too quick on the trigger there, I think.
The guy in a great position here. They're both going to peek him at once, potentially, but nope, no boiler peek. And that is all she wrote for eLevate in that round. They are looking very vulnerable. Can they find a way back in? They have the AWP on Xp3. He had been doing in previous rounds a great job on the AWP. Okay, so let's have a look and see where he is.
He's got no armor. Let's just make a note of that as well.
That's okay. The glass cannon AWP is all right. So we haven't seen the aggressive AWPing. We haven't seen much dynamic AWPing from my side. And he's even just stopping on Arch. So no like shallow middle peek even. Usually you see AWPers go for a shallow peek where you don't go all the way to the stairs, but still. Meanwhile, we're going to have a couple kills coming in towards the other side of things.
Oh dear. That is a complete mess.
James not impressed. shogaN looking for the boiler peak. This is one of the spots where the AWP defensively can be really sick on that angle. Because players usually walk it. It's much like the Mirage thing that you mentioned, where people walk up the apps. That's the same kind of angle there. We're going to get caught out by Storm's headshot angle. And Romulus is going to run out to smoke. Xp3 going to make the call. And Rush going to shoot him in the back. And there you go. Round for eLevate. Might just be pulling things back now. As they are looking at a Boreal, though, that are very rich at the moment. They still have lots of cash to play with. So they're going to run out of money anytime soon. And that's very crucial considering we're jumping into the last 5 rounds of the match. Open Xp3 still. So now he's going to Banana. Okay, this is good. So let's see if they're not going to play. Okay, they are 3 there. They're just stacked up. So here we go. This could be really, really nice. In goes the pressure. Xp3 going to be completely denied because they are rushing super fast. And there you go. There's the setup. There's a great Molotov coming in from eLevate as they do go for the spray downs. Elijah getting loads of frags. And there it is. Xp3 now so quick because he's already there. Able to get the quick frag. They thought that all the B players were dead. They were sorely mistaken as Xp3 got that kill. And now shogaN is left over. It's a great round so far from eLevate as Xp3 blind gets the kill. Or at least you think he's blind. Sometimes it's misleading, isn't it? The guy has like his hands over his eyes. Yeah. But he's not really blind.
Yeah, he can be like just slightly blind, I don't know, 30-40% or something. So he can still get that frag. It could have been a timing frag though, we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I think that second last CT who died on the site turned his back on a completely open corner without knowing who was around the corner. Which was a bit odd, but there we go. Something to think about when reviewing a demo.
Another standard round from eLevate. Unlike the previous one where they did put the AWP on to B.
Look at how much control they get just by smoking that.
Absolutely.
And they didn't even do it from CT spawn, they just threw it from here.
Yeah, I really advise teams to go educate yourself on Banana play. I think NIP the last LAN, grab their demos. They played amazingly at X Games.
Because look, I mean Brill didn't really, they made no attempt to actually control or hold more or less anything. Absolutely.
And it's insanely strong. Like if you know the right setups, and again there is examples of them to look at. It's not complicated. Of course it does take you to hit the shots, but half the battle is in the knowing. Half the battle is the knowledge of what's effective. Either way, they're going to fall back now as the smokes do wear away, and we have a pop flash readied up there by roca. As Elijah Aura also going to go for a pop flash, and the peak. There they are, 2 pop flashes straight away. They're super blind. All of them are insanely blind at the moment. roca in with some frags, 3 frags. Elijah gets 1. That's going to put it down to just EpoK now against the 4 players remaining here. With 20 seconds to play with, it's looking very difficult indeed for him to do anything. He'll have to smoke there on construction, but it's gone down in the back. as he searches for roca. And there you go. eLevate tie it up, and Boreal are forced to eco. Maybe if they got the bomb down in that round, they'd actually be able to buy. But now that they didn't, it is eco town population Boreal.
Okay, Xp3 going back towards the mid area. We may see a fast peek from him, and nobody going to be found there. Just going to rattle off a shot, just in case somebody peeks as he looks away. Why the hell not? So, pop flash coming out here from eLevate. See, it has got one of the two players on banana. It's going to be EpoK and Pubstar again. They have been smoked off. They smoked such a nuisance for the T side, and again, I mean, I'm still really surprised at the lack of smokes on their CT. That is a meaty nail. Look at that 41 HP. Ooh, been dinked through the wood himself though. Might not want to take these duels for too much longer. Oh, well, there we go. I'm not even sure if he realised that there were two people there, but those frags do come in. Romulus with a snap. Nice AWPing there. One person remaining. Doesn't get him. Romulus going to survive for a few seconds longer, and that's going to be that. So, I do wonder, going back to that headshot on sandbags, where that was a free shot and he completely missed and shot above his head. That could have been the turning point that loses Boreal this map, because if he gets that frag, I don't know if he pushes the site or if it forces a rotation and they push A, but they have so many options that never existed, unfortunately, because of a moment of madness.
And Xp3 with the peek on middle, so he's AWPing once again.
You can see he delayed his peek and just stood by the wall in case nades were coming in. Just going to have that wall protect him from most of the blast damage. So, good play there by Xp3.
roca in some trouble. Able to fall back behind the angle. And again, they can keep this angle because they do have the guy Elige in sandbags. So he just has to flash at Elige, but...
They smoked it off again.
And this is a spot, actually, we saw some teams again. I think Kaboom, for example, they were the first team I saw do it at the LAN. They have a Molotov which hits the sandbags and isolates one of the players behind from the other, so they can get two one-on-ones. In they go, though. The smoke does dissipate. Xp3 still there, ready to get the AWP shots. There is one. Pulls out the pistol, picks up the next one. And there is still one player, but Romulus, is at arch at the moment, looking for more action towards the CT spawn area. There is obviously quite a bit of time left, 40 seconds, in fact, for this 1-on-2. They have literally no idea where he is. They have absolutely no clue. Rush just has to cover the flank at the moment, as they may have eliminated that time. So much time has passed here, he could be coming, and there it is. But Romulus gets the shot. Still lots of work to be done, though, as Xp3 pulls out the pistol. Gonna have to run. Oh, wow, he gets the dink, but that must have been so close to the one-shot distance.
Yeah.
That must have been so close. But why would he pull out the P250 instead of the AWP there?
I know, he had the angle.
He's a great AWPer. It's not as if he's uncomfortable with the AWP. He just made harder shots than that. Crazy, but...
I guess he didn't really realize how far away the T was. That can be the only reason. So 14-14, it's still all to play for here, including overtime. If it goes to overtime, it will be MR5 16k, but it may not. We'll have to wait and see. Xp3 starting the proceedings there, taking down the guy. And again, that smoke coming in. It's so annoying because even if they stand behind the logs, they have no advantage there. They will still get smoked off.
And great nades.
Great nade onto the tree there. EpoK down to 44 HP. That's gotta hurt.
And this is the difference that we didn't see for Boreal's CT. We've mentioned that already, but we've already gone through quite a few points on that.
Yeah, it was shockingly bad though. That's, you know, it really was.
Yeah. Alright, so Boreal forced to be delayed a little bit. Again, standard defense here from eLevate. Very, very standard.
Interesting that Rush, he was speaking into the boiler there.
Now this kind of play, especially when CTs are playing vanilla like this, you actually have good chances to get the pick as the T's coming from boiler. Boiler can be really hard, but it's really important. If your team can flash you through, can smoke you through, then you might have a chance here to bring something. But there it is, Pubstar going to pick up one kill. That's going to delay rotation a little bit towards B, but now they spotted the push coming in on A. Elige with one, Rush as well. They're holding the angles down together. EpoK has a lot of work to do. His teammate going to get taken down and eLevate. Pick up round number 15. And, oh dear, look at the money. Oh my. Oh my.
No, it's roca up there in the 30s.
Oh my, James. Oh my.
roca's almost double his kill to death ratio. In fact, he's only 2 frags away from that. So, great individual performances from 2 of the plays, and that is a smoke for the bottom of Banana. But looking at how advanced the Ts are already, that's not going to matter. You really have to get those smokes out pretty damn fast. CT's almost getting caught with nades in their hands as well, and that's a less than ideal situation, but roca not having any of it. Massive frags, and that is the fastest winning round I have seen in some time.
One thing to note about that smoke that you mentioned right there at the start of the round, in that it was too slow, is that I've never seen any European teams use that particular one anymore. That was one of the first smokes I remember. That's the first one I learned for deep banana smokes. But there are like many other ways to do it, and I don't see anyone use that one anymore. I think it's because it's way too slow, as you mentioned.
Yeah, if you get a good spawn from on the T side, you can get well past there as it's still just landing onto the floor, let alone exploding.
Definitely. So eLevate, they move forwards, they move onwards. Congratulations to them. It's great to see Boreal though, and it's great to see always more teams and more talent in the North American scene.
Absolutely, but then you can spend a lot of time in training mode.
Yeah, there's a lot to clean up there. There's a lot to clean up.
Yeah, a hell of a lot.
I think I was I think I was frustrated watching Existence today though.
Yes,
because I feel like that's the team that they should have the knowledge.
Absolutely, they've had a hell of a lot of games against the top teams, and they seem to be repeating the same mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. They can play, this massive pool of top European teams.
Yeah,
it's a much bigger pool of teams and stuff like that. That's one of the cool things about North America and some other regions as well. Like when we saw Kaboom recently from Brazil, so we rarely get to see them play. But the thing that always amazes me is that there is always, no matter what the region, there's always going to be one team at least, or like some cluster of players